at Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama. Beautiful out there today. Rain all morning, but then it's beautiful out there now. Come on down and visit. May 26, 2020. We believe the Bible is absolutely true. Where'd my Bible go? Right here. And scientifically accurate. This book says God made everything in 6 days. Everything. That would include dinosaurs. Anyway, tonight is going to be comments on comments, because last night we had a debate, and tomorrow night another debate. So comments on comments. We believe dinosaurs always lived with man. I got some interesting comments to cover tonight. And we think the evolution theory is actually the dumbest religion in the history of the world. If you believe you came from a rock and are related to a chipmunk, you need some serious help. Okay, and we're here to help. Okay, join our 777 Club. Help us stay open for free. We don't charge anything. People come visit all the time. We give tours. How much do we spend on gas every month around here? Just for a lot. Yeah, you're getting worse too. If you want to help us, join our 777 Club. Make any checks to CSE. We're going to win souls whether you help or not. So if you want to help, great. Some of you teachers who believe in evolution are so bold and brave in front of your students, where you have an obvious psychological and academic advantage. Why don't you take on somebody that you can't fail, you can't fire, you can't frighten? I'll take you all on the same time. Schedule a debate with me and show your evidence for why you believe you came from a rock. Standing for Truth is going to be doing lots of debates. One last night, one tomorrow night with me. The other one, I've had many debates on there. How many? I think 25 or 30 so far. We've had a total of 285 debates, and so far only 3 more scheduled. If you want to give you more courage, you can have 10 assistants on your evolution side. Bring them on, the whole science faculty versus Ken Hovind. I talked to Donnie at Standing for Truth. I said, Donnie, start a chart of all the professors who refuse to debate. And then all of you students out there that are intimidated by some, big, brave teacher teaching evolution, say, teacher, this is unfair to have teacher versus student. You actually kind of control my future if I get a grade or not, and might affect my job. Would you debate Ken Hovind? And when they say no, contact Standing for Truth and say, Professor Smith at this university said no, he won't debate Ken Hovind. They're going to keep a list of all the professors who refuse to debate. So everybody can get involved in that. If you know anybody that teaches evolution or believes in evolution and is vocal about it, ask them, will you debate Ken Hovind on Standing for Truth? Equal time for each side, no interrupting, no cursing, no swearing, very simple. And when they say no, and 99% of them will say no, call Standing for Truth so they can add to their list. That's going to be a huge list one day. And then, Matt, you talked about me traveling some more and speaking. I did that so much. I don't know if I want to start again. But anyway, they could advertise, come here, Ken Hovind or Matt Powell speak. The following professors refuse to debate them, and list 5,000 names. That'd be cool. Okay. I debated at Embry-Riddle University one time in Florida. Drove by that just the other day. I'd like to try 10 on 1 or 20 on 1. It was 3 on 1 there, but that was nothing to it. Equal time for each side, not each person. No interrupting, no swearing. Evolution side goes first. The best evidence for why you believe in evolutionism. The 2-minute clip out of that video, just type in where did God come from, has 95 million views on the internet now. Where did God come from? Do you have any courage? Okay, we can help. Okay, I like this one. Are you a coward? Teacher, come on, bring it on. Okay. Boot camp coming up in 5 weeks. Boy, July 1st through the 4th. We're going to have different speakers on science and the Bible and teach you how to get busy in the war against the stupid evolution religion and win souls. Okay, May, tonight is the 26th. Tomorrow night, a debate with Rune Nornhog. Do you know anything about Norderhog? Never heard of him. We'll find out. Huh?
It sounds Swedish.
Swedish? Yeah, I'm Norwegian. My grandpa said 10,000 Swedes ran through the weeds chased by one Norwegian. Yeah, bold show. Okay. Anyway, 2 debates next month. Then I need a bunch more. Okay. Need a gas pump or a couple of them to put Dinosaur Adventureland for our gas station. This one says Sinclair. We're going to make ours say Sinclair. We're free from sin because God saved us. Not we still sin, but the penalty of our sin is gone. Okay. Somebody gave us a Honda Insight. 55 miles to the gallon. I love driving that thing. If you can get in, it's like driving a roller skate. But we've got several guys here who need a car or something, a vehicle. If you've got an old car sitting in your drive, you want to donate, please do. Okay? So support us if you would, $1 a day. We come take the real tour. We've had 221 baptized so far. We've had 7 side-by-sides given to us, and we want to give God the glory for his creation. We want to sell the pickup truck. Is that still the plan? We got so many pickup trucks here.
Yeah, we've got an offer of a trade, but I don't know that we want to do the trade.
Oh, no. I looked at the trade. It's got 10 billion miles on it. I don't think so. We're trying to get some cash for the ministry, what we're trying to do. 4 brand new tires, runs great. It's what they call the bull nose. That's the style these days, $5,000. Everybody wants the bull nose, the old pickup truck. So only got low miles. Okay, give the outside tour. Come take the tour here, and we want to give God the glory. Come watch the stars at night. That's our cross up on the hill. Unreal to see the stars up there. We have hundreds of science lessons and spiritual lessons. I'd love to give the tour today. Got rained out. Got to finish it tomorrow. All around 16 lakes for fishing. And let's see, that guy caught a 10-pound bass a couple of, 10 days ago? That was a big one. Yeah. And this guy caught an 8-pounder last week. He comes fishing every Saturday. Great blessing. So come to Dinosaur Adventureland. Everything's free. Stay in one of our cabins if you want. And help us in the Science Center. Damien, you got that place looking awesome. Did you get all the new critters up in the taxidermy room? Yeah, that's amazing. 4 stuffed bears up there. Yeah, yep, okay. So our Science Center is really cool. Come see that. Creation, Science, Evangelism. There's Damien giving a tour. Okay, you can imagine humans and whales have a common ancestor if you want. That is not science. Tonight we're going to be taking some comments on comments. A 6'2" human like me, well, let's see. The tiger beetle can run 125 body lengths per second. Take the length of his body. He can run that distance 125 times in 1 second. That's like me at 6'2", running 526 miles an hour. Let's see. The dragonfly can fly 35 miles an hour. That is the body lengths. I did the measurements there. 1.1 million body lengths per hour. That's like me running 1,300 miles an hour or going from Los Angeles to New York in 2 hours. Running. Or fly. That would be flying if I could fly. And you guys think this evolved and happened by chance? Somebody designed it. I think God ought to get the glory for his creation. Okay, comments. Kent, you've been a solid example over the year. Don't ever stop. Amen. Thank you, Rex. Not going to. Going to keep going. Example of what? Misrepresenting science? Well, Lester Cucumber, listen carefully. Tell me what there is about science and evolution, how they go together. Nobody's ever seen a dog produce a non-dog. I'll talk a lot more about that in a minute. All we see is dogs produce dogs and flowers produce flowers. There are no exceptions. But you guys believe dogs and flowers have a common ancestor, don't you? That's what's not science. Okay. Solid example of cult information. Whoa. Cult information control, the markers of the BITE model. What is the BITE model?
It's like a model of a cult that they've created, and it's like an acronym.
Okay, so they're claiming we're a cult?
Claiming that we fit to be a cult, but a lot of it's just a stretch of how
they're jealous. It's my good looks, I know. Is that right? The wife says, yeah, okay. Let's see. No, I'm a Baptist preacher, have been for 48 years, been a Christian 53 years. I believe the Bible's true. If that's a cult, you got the wrong definition of a cult. Okay. All right. Let's see. Somebody answered Lester Cucumber here. Show us the evolving process then. You guys are misrepresenting science, claiming things haven't been seen or happened. There's no science behind evolution at all. None. None. This guy, Anthony, says, look up the evolution of turtle shells. I said, well, I've never done that. You know how the turtle evolved his shell? You should read what they're saying about that. The turtle shell is really complicated. How much does Turbo weigh now? 150 or so? Our African spurred tortoise?
I tried weighing 90 something maybe.
But 90 pounds? Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
He's hard to weigh. Yeah. Anyway, he burned a hole in his shell before we got him. They had a heat lamp too close. But the turtle shell is really amazing. So you think we should look up the evolution of turtle shells, phylogeny of elephants, whales, ichthyosaurs, mosasaurs? Really? Okay. Well, the turtle shell. How did the turtle shell evolve? This became quite a study for me today, like in all my spare time. Evolutionary origin of the turtle shell. How did they get that shell? This is from 2013, okay? The origin of the turtle shell has perplexed biologists for more than 2 centuries. So for 200 years, we didn't know how it happened. It was not until this one was discovered, the fossil and the developmental data could be synthesized into a model of shell assembly that makes predictions for the as yet unestablished history of the turtle stem group. We build on this model by integrating novel data. I see, okay. So they think the turtle gradually evolved his shell, which ties in with the ribs, and the shell grows with the animal. And the evidence they have is this fossil right here. That proves turtles evolved a shell. Where's my hammer? Where's my SpongeBob? Oh, here he is. Wake up, guys. The coffee's brewing. Wait. Let's see. If only Aaron Ra could desist from cussing and untimely interruptions, Kent will debate him any day of the week. In fact, every day of the week. There's no evidence for evolution. Right. Aaron Ra, we're only going to do the debates with him on standing for truth because he doesn't know how to shut up when it's not his turn. Did you say he joined?
He
joined the Satanic Church.
And he also was praying to Satan at the capital of Idaho.
The Idaho Capitol, he and some other morons were praying to Satan.
They're praying to Satan. You can see it.
And what do they Google?
What do you Google to see it?
Yeah.
Well, it's on my channel.
Oh, it's on your channel, Matt Powell Official. Go check out Matt Powell Official. Praying to Satan, the loser. He's going to be cast into hell one day. Okay, yes, I'll debate Aaron if it's on standing for truth. And Donnie, shut his mic off when it's my turn to talk. So it's the only language he speaks. Mute. All right, okay. You say that when Aaron always accepted whatever way of debating Kent wants and still wreck him. Wreck is misspelled. It's W-R-E-C-K, but that's okay. Yeah. And he doesn't wreck me at all. I'll debate him anytime. Simple rules. He won't follow the rules. So challenge is on. I'll take him out. Okay. Kent already had a debate with Aaron, and Kent lost. You think so? It's up on our channel, isn't it?
It's not on our channel, but he did not lose that debate.
I don't.
He interrupted you.
He interrupted me 400 times, but no, I didn't. There's no evidence for evolution. He ran away with his tail between his legs. Really, I don't think I have a tail. Because he was too afraid of addressing the parts of Aaron's response that goes in depth regarding his 3 lines of evidence. Well, let's do it again, Burnt Toast. He gets to go first, give the best evidence for evolution. See, he's real good at galloping through, giving 20 different things, and you only got time to refute 1 or 2. Now, I'll take him on any day, 1 topic at a time, no cursing, no swearing. I don't know if he knows the vocabulary not containing that, but and then we'll take him on. Okay, let's see. Mickey Mouse, the Holy Creator Wizard. Whoa, he's got a big title. Small brain. Let's see. I think he was supposed to do another one with Professor Dave as well. Oh, Professor Dave, anytime. Same rules. No interrupting, no cursing, 1 topic. Dave, bring it on. How did they do that in Karate Kid or something? Yeah. He'd save more face by avoiding him. I'm not afraid of professor. He's not a professor anyway. He's a brilliant teacher. He's a great teacher on many subjects. Very impressed with Dave's knowledge on things, but he's blinded by the evolution religion he chooses to believe in. It's not true. He should stick with the stuff he knows. He knows nothing about the evolution and creation. I'll take him on anytime, okay? Let's see, entirety of science and all the positive evidence disagree. What evidence, Mickey Mouse? Show me, Mickey, you call standing for truth. Give the best evidence you have for evolution. Bring it on. Okay, let's see, Larry Nelson. Creationist cats. Hovind scheduled a second debate, called in, claimed technical issues, and never rescheduled. Conspiracy cats, that's his name. Anytime. Same rules. We'll do them all on Standing for Truth, a neutral channel. And he believes in creation because he's got a brain. It doesn't mean it's not neutral, though, when it comes to monitoring the debate. Okay? Let's see. So, conspiracy cats, Aaron, all of you guys, call Donnie at Standing for Truth. I'll do a debate every day of the week, 3 or 4 a day. Okay? Emma challenged him. What? What's that about?
She said she's not going to do it.
She won't do it. Emma, anytime.
She says she won't do it unless she has to help her with it.
You can have all the helpers you want, Emma, male or female. I know how it goes over there in England.
She said that she loves Satan, by the way, and Satan's her favorite character in the Bible. She said this on video.
She said Satan's her favorite character in the Bible.
And that Satan rebelled against God, and that's what makes her so happy.
That makes her happy that Satan rebelled against God.
Yeah. She's a Satanist now.
She's taking it down now. Okay. Well,
She's a Satanist.
oh, she's a Satanist now. Okay. Okay. This was hard to watch. Mr. Hovind, your patience is amazing. This guy is well named as a rock from a debate I did. Let's see. I agree he's got the patience of a saint. Well, I don't know about that. I've oftentimes pray, I say, Lord, I want patience, and I want it right now. Okay. Let's see. Magic word again is time. Millions and millions and millions of years. That cures everything for these guys. How did the frog turn to the prince? Well, over millions of years. That's always their answer. Let's see. Time is considered magic by creationists, but not the invisible spell-casting wizard poofing stuff into existence. Invisible spell-casting wizard. Who is that?
I think you're talking about God.
Oh, no. God's not an invisible spell-casting wizard. He's God Almighty. Created everything from nothing. Yeah. Let's see. It's difficult for me to believe that Standing for Truth believes in a 6,000-year-old universe and a book being infallible, while he also believes in critical thinking. Oh, John, there's no conflict there. For you to believe you came from a rock over billions of years, now that's not critical thinking. That's dumb. Because if he used critical thinking and applied textual criticism to the Bible, he wouldn't believe in that book's infallible. I'll tell you what, John, what's the evidence you have for your religion of evolution? Call Standing for Truth and schedule it. This book says everything was created in 6 days. Okay? There are billions and billions, probably trillions of symbiotic relationships. Certain plants require certain animals to pollinate them. How did they survive without that? They had to be created within a day of each other. Symbiotic relationships. Google that, John. Okay. Let's see. Next. I was not there. How would I know? Wouldn't make any arrests. Many arrests. Okay. How do you justify the principle of induction if you're an advocate of critical thinking? Applied logic. Evolution, the proverbial self-licking ice cream cone. You ever heard of that one before? I've never heard. That's a cool one. The self-licking ice cream cone. I can't even picture that one. I got to get somebody draw me a sketch of one. I want to see that. Okay. Here we go. Here's what I want to get to. Creation is self-evident to anyone with an honest, logical mind. God's existence is the only logical conclusion. Atheism is unrational, unsupported, and illogical. Amen, Mike. You nailed it. Go pound it down. Hit it a few more times, okay? Jesus, he's lying. A coyote can mate with a dog. I got curious. I've been asked this a bunch of times. How far does this go? So I got, you ever want a rabbit trail, Matt? You just can't get off. You go deeper and deeper. A coy dog is a canid hybrid resulting from mating between a male coyote and a female dog. Hybrids of both sexes are fertile and can be successfully bred through 4 generations. A dogoat, so you got the coy dog and the dogoat is a hybrid with the dog father and the coyote mother. So it works both ways. Coyote hybrid dog. Everything you need to know. I don't want to know anymore. Okay. Let's see. A coyote Australian shepherd mix. What an unusual hybrid canid. It's known that wolves in eastern United States can mate with coyotes, which could explain the presence of coyote-like mitochondrial DNA in the eastern wolves. But hybrids haven't been observed in the West. When coyote meets wolf, the coy wolf, so they can interbreed. So let's see. Results show it might be unlikely for male Western wolves to successfully produce offspring with female Western coyotes under natural conditions. Western gray wolf sperm are compatible with Western coyote ova, and that at least one coyote could produce and nurture hybrid offspring. Okay. There are 3 species and close to 40 subspecies of wolf. Wow. A bunch of different kinds of wolves. The most common type of wolf is the gray wolf or timber wolf. Wolves of the world. Let's see, we got the red wolf, Arctic wolf, timber wolf, Ethiopia wolf, Mexican wolf, Indian wolf, tundra, and Iberian. 19 different subspecies of coyote. According to the Integrated Taxonomic Information System, the size and color code of coyotes varies slightly across these subspecies. So let's see, the fox, the coyote, the domestic dog, and the gray wolf might have had a common ancestor. I wouldn't argue about that. There are 339 recognized breeds of dogs. Might have had a common ancestor called a dog. The The wolf, including the dingo and domestic dog, coyote and jackal, all have 78 chromosomes arranged in 39 pairs. This allows them to hybridize freely, barring size or behavioral constraints, and produce fertile offspring. The wolf, coyote, and golden jackal diverged around 3 to 4 million years ago. See, they had to say that or it wouldn't get published.
Yep.
You got to bow down and kiss the sacred cow, okay? Let's see. So the dog, the wolf, the coyote, the jackal, and the fox. Now, I don't know about the fox. Do coyotes and foxes mate? Foxes and coyotes are the same canid family, but are a different species and genus. That means they cannot interbreed. They do not have compatible sets of chromosomes. Now, they might have had a common ancestor, just because they're not, so you go kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species, same family, different genus, species. 339 breeds of dogs. The dog, wolf, and coyote probably had a common ancestor. A 4-year-old will tell you they're the same kind. Which one is not like the others? Dog, wolf, coyote, banana. See, the dog and the wolf can bring forth babies. The dog and the coyote can bring forth. The dog and the coyote and the wolf can bring forth, and the dog and the coyote. That's going to be complicated for you atheists and evolutionists, but listen, focused on your son. The coyote and the banana cannot bring forth, okay? The dog and the banana cannot, and the wolf and the banana cannot. See, the Bible says if they can bring forth, they're the same kind. It says that 10 times in the first chapter, 10 more times before you get to chapter 7. Charlie Darwin wrote a book called The Origin of Species. Oh, no, that's where he screwed it up, Charlie. They're still the same kind of animal. That's microevolution, variation within the kind. 19 different kinds of coyotes. Pretty cool. Still a coyote. Still got the hair on the outside, the nose on the front, the tail on the back, 4 legs. It's not a bird. Microevolution happens. Evolutionary change within a species or a small group of organisms. See, this is science. It would be science to say the dog, the wolf, the coyote, the African golden wolf, the jackal, the Ethiopian wolf, all these might have had a common ancestor. That would be science. This is religion to say it goes further than that. Inside that circle is pure religion. See, we got the dog and the human having a common ancestor. Okay, now hold it. Because the coyote and the dog and the wolf can interbreed, therefore dogs are related to humans? I'm going to ask the next atheist that. Do you believe? Well, I asked the guy, you're related to a strawberry. Professor Dave. Yep, he's related to a strawberry. Who's the guy's related to a snail? Who? The wizard guy? Wade the wizard, yeah. You may be. I'm not, okay? Okay, evolution. This is from Wade the Wizard's PowerPoint slides, okay? Any change in the heritable traits within a population across generations. Evolution. Population growth formula. Here they have salamanders on opposite sides of a barrier they can't get across. And they have diversified into different kinds of salamanders. I agree. That kind of stuff happens. Still a salamander, okay? There's a geographical barrier like a mountain or a lake or something. And they go around, and pretty soon they can't breed together, like the thing you talked about, the squirrels at the Grand Canyon, the Kaibab squirrel and the Abert squirrel, okay? Ability to compete, survive, and reproduce. All of a sudden, they can't mate anymore, but they could originally. It still looks the same. It's a squirrel. Generations. See, you got dogs, wolves, coyotes. They might have the common ancestor. The wolf, coyote, the African wolf. Yep, I agree. 1.1 million years ago. I don't think that's true. So they draw these charts with the lines on paper and say these all have a common ancestor, and they put the dates in there. You don't know those dates, guys. Never mind. You're mistaken. But then they go beyond, they get crazy. And this one says all the dog kinds, all the wolf kinds, and all the coyote kinds probably had a common ancestor. I think you're probably right. But then they go further and connect them to the bear and the weasel and the seal. I don't know about that. Come on now, guys. That's a stretch. The dog and the bear are close cousins, this book says. Really. They're entirely different species that evolve from distinct biological families. Dogs are part of the canid family, which includes foxes, dingoes, coyotes. Meanwhile, bears are part of the Ursidae family. So I think they've decided, I don't care the bear cares, I don't think it cares where we classify it, but our scientists have decided to put it in a different family. Okay, the bear doesn't care. Bears are not canines. On the evolutionary taxonomy, bears are the family Ursidae, while dogs and wolves are in the family canine. Canines include dogs, wolves, foxes, and jackals. All species of bears, on the other hand, a different category. Okay. Are bears related to dogs? Science answers the ultimate question. I didn't even know that was the ultimate question. How many of you have ever wondered about that before? If bears are related to dogs? Is that the question been bugging you all your life? Ultimate question. The answer is no. You can't breed the two animals. Okay. Are bears, canines, and felines? No. Are they canines or felines? Are bears related to dogs? No, they're not. Okay. Everyone knows dogs and wolves are closely related. You ever wondered about dogs and bears? I never did. I'm not even wondering now. Okay. After all, many breeds actually resemble bears. So therefore, because we see these varieties, you guys think bears are related to mosquitoes? Don't they?
Yeah.
All you atheists out there, simple question, yes or no. Are dogs related to mosquitoes? Are dogs related to dogs? Turns out the answer is no. Are bears related to dogs? The answer is no. Okay, let's see. Here we have the bear, the dog, the wolf, the fox. Yep. What type of teeth do bears have? 42 teeth. Oh, 10 molars, 16 premolars, 4 and incisors, and they can rip their enemy apart. Yes, they got it. And you think this jaw and the face and the head and the whole anatomy of a bear happened by chance and came from an amoeba. They draw lines on paper connecting them. Therefore, they must be related. Look at that. Got an ancestor back there somewhere. So you do believe the bear and the wolf and the coyote have a common ancestor. I don't understand how to explain it any simpler, guys. This is dumb. Now they got the human. Whoa, the human, the bat, and the dog, and the bear, all related. They drew lines on paper connecting them.
Well, and they call my teeth right there, they call it a canine.
Call it canine teeth.
I
Yep.
must be a dog.
And somebody gave me an alligator belt.
Ooh.
That proves we're related.
Yeah.
Because it fits. Okay? So the humans, the birds, the dinosaurs, the ladybugs, and the pine trees, and the worms are all related because they can draw lines on paper connecting them. Now see, the poor kids that go to public school have to learn this and give an answer on a test to get a good grade. They put these lines on paper connecting all life forms together. Drawing lines on paper connecting various life forms that have never been observed or come from or produce offspring other than their kind. That's not science, guys. That's religion. Listing words or branches of science is not evidence for evolution. They say they use this endogenous. Don't we do this in debates all the time, Matt? What's the evidence? They throw out these words. What's the evidence for evolution? Endogenous retroviruses. It's a word, guys. 2 words actually, and that's proof because you can pronounce the words. DNA, yeah, deoxyribonucleic acid, comparative anatomy. Listing all these branches of science does not prove evolution. Wade the Wizard said, Dr. Dino likes to say the dog, the wolf, and the banana are not related. But if we look at our tree of life, there's your problem, Wade. Throw the tree of life away. It doesn't exist. Okay, throw it away. It's baloney. Okay. If we look at our tree of life, they're separated by 2.9 billion cousins. And this is a very, very long time ago. See, whenever they say long ago and far away, that's your sign. Fairy tale coming next. Fairy tale. Once upon a time. Yep. Animals, fungi, and plants are related. Whoa. Did you know humans and pine trees are related? Whoa. See, guys, this is religion. All the many forms of life today are descended from a common ancestor found in a population of primitive unicellular organisms. This is propaganda. This is not science. This is a lie, okay? They're lying to you. How do we know? What events led up to this? No traces of those events remain. Then it's not science, guys, okay? It's religious speculation inside that circle. You can believe it if you'd like, but it's not science. But they put these lines on paper. Here we got the turtle and the mammals and the birds. Wow, had a common ancestor. Holt Biology sitting on the shelf right there. Anyway, that was some of the comments I wanted to make on some of the comments we got. They all came back from that one about dogs and wolves related. Dogs and coyotes. Yeah, they are. Dogs and turtles? Nah, they're not. Okay, any other questions or comments coming in?
Yes.
Okay, You think some evolutionists know it's dumb, but they don't want to believe in God? If so, why would you try to change their mind? I think they start off knowing it's stupid, but they want to believe evolution because it gets rid of God. See, this book not only teaches about God and how he created, it gives the rules. Oh, they don't want his rules. You know, there's several thou shalt nots. Oh, they don't want any thou shalt nots in their life. Forget it. Let's deny God exists. So yeah, I think they know. Why do I do it? Matt, I've been doing this for a long time. 1989, I started this ministry. I do it because it's my duty to teach what God tells me to teach. And as a warning, Judgment Day, I don't want them coming up to me saying, why didn't you tell me? I tried, you idiot. You didn't listen. I mean, somebody's racing toward a bridge that's out, and you're standing there screaming, waving your arm, stop, and they go right by and go over the bridge. Okay, you did what you could. I tried. I'm trying to warn you. Okay. Did the curse in the garden apply only to the snakes, and that's why they don't have legs? Well, the curse was on the whole creation. The snake lost his legs, according to Genesis chapter 4 and 3 and 4. But the woman is now cursed with the pain in childbearing, and the man has to work for a living. So those are the several curses in there. That'll all be lifted one day. I'm ready for that. Okay, any other ones? Let's see. Do some evolutionists know it's wrong and they just hate God? Okay. If fossils can only prove something died and not reproduced, what do you think of Pompeii, which basically froze a thriving city in place? Yeah, when the volcano erupted and buried Pompeii, many people in the standing or running position. If you dig up one of those people, what's left of them, the form of that person, could you possibly know that they had children? No. You could find fossils in the ground, like the clam I hold up all the time. You cannot prove it had any children. I think it'd be logical to conclude it lived and grew this big. That would be logical to say it lived long enough to grow this big. Could I prove it had children? No. Could I prove it had children that lived? Certainly not. Could I prove it had children that lived that were different? No. All of that is imagination. So Pompeii was buried quickly, tragic over there, but I don't think you could prove a whole lot more than X number of people died. And you probably could assume a population of the city based upon what you're able to dig up and excavate. Okay, I've been trying to get this answered for a while. What do you classify angels as? Angels. Would they be human or a different kind? Jonathan, I do not know. I've studied it till my brain hurts. There appear to be several different kinds of heavenly beings. Angels, cherubs, seraphim, cherubim, and some of those may be the same. Archangels. You studied that, Chris? How many?
Just a little bit.
There's at least those 5.
Yeah.
Angels, archangels, cherubim.
And it seems like some of them can take on different forms.
Right. They can appear as a man. Several people in the Bible walked with them, didn't realize, oof, that was an angel. It's gone. One guy told me his wife was an angel. She's always up in the air harping about something. I don't know what he meant by that, but okay, good question. How do you know Genesis is history, not metaphorical? Well, I have chosen to believe it is historically correct, and I think many things have been verified by it. Nothing's been proven wrong, but I'm not demanding that be taught to everybody as part of a science class. So I think.
Why would God carve it into rock in the 10 Commandments?
Right. That would be Exodus, not Genesis, but yeah.
Metaphor.
Question has been bugging me. How many tigers can a grizzly bear take on at a time, at once? A ratio. Quit drinking so much Coke and Pepsi, okay? I don't know. Look it up. I have no idea. Okay. Are birds dinosaurs? Did they ever have feathers? Absolutely not. That is so stupid. I bet some of the demons are having competition when they get together saying, I bet I can get those humans to believe they came from a rock. No, you can't. Yeah, I'll bet you $5 or whatever they bet on with, And some of the dumb stuff people believe, these demons have got to be having a laugh fest.
I figured out why evolutionists believe T-Rexes turn to chickens.
Why?
So that when we tell them, you're chicken for not being willing to debate, they don't seem so.
They feel brave.
They feel.
Grandpa was a T-Rex. I'm a chicken now, but the grandpa was. I love it. What's the purpose of schizophrenia in a Christian world? It's like they're trapped in their mind. Many diseases, physical or mental, are caused by man, okay, a vitamin deficiency. If you run your car low on oil, you will cause great damage to the engine, possibly destroy it, and you can't blame the car manufacturer for that. They built it to run. It needs certain things to run. Oil, antifreeze, brake fluid, a lot of different fluids in your car. If you don't have one of those and you destroy something, don't call Ford or Chevy or Toyota and say, hey, why'd you do that? No, you did it, you idiot. You didn't put oil in the engine. Don't blame General Motors. That's you. And if you don't give your body the vitamins and minerals it needs, you're going to develop some problems. And don't blame God when you get sick. Some people have horrible diets and they get sick. Oh, God, why'd you do this? God's looking down. You idiot. What do you mean, me? You did it. Don't blame God. So I think there's already been nutritional solutions and cures and treatments for nearly every disease like that, and many physical ailments too.
And they line up with the Bible.
And they line up with the Bible. God told Adam and Eve, eat the fruit, the vegetables, and the seeds. Genesis chapter 1, first chapter. Eat the seeds. If you don't eat the seeds to the fruit, you're going to get different diseases. Some people think cancer is a deficiency disease from not getting enough vitamin B17, which is found in the seeds. Lots on the internet. Google Laetril or vitamin B17 for cancer. I believe it works, okay? If you don't believe it, okay, don't do it. All right, any more? That's it. Thank you so much. Tomorrow night, a debate. It'll be on, I'll have an intro here, and then go to Standing for Truth channel. Everybody, if you know somebody believes in evolution, ask them the simple question, will you debate Kent Hovind on evolution? And you get to go first. Give the best evidence you have for evolution. When they say no, call Standing for Truth. They're going to have this chart. The following people refuse to debate. All right, got to go. See you. Bye.